friendship breakups. Oh, yes.
Which friendship breakup? Now I realize that this friendship wasn't basically anything. When it hits you, then you just want to, stay. And then you're not good the extreme route of say, I don't know.
I've got everybody. This is us. New year, new friendship, new.
I don't set out to cut off people
Hmm.
because I don't want to sound too, I don't have people that I want to cut off. Guys, envy, jealousy is a real emotion.
Of course.
Let's not act like it's bad. It's bad when you act like it's like happiness, sadness, it's an emotion. You experience jealousy and envy.
Yeah.
When it becomes a problem, when you brood in it and you act on it, then it's now you. If a guy is here and a woman is here and suddenly the same thing, I will attend to the woman first. Because I will feel more compassion in different ways than, a guy with a waffle and no worry, you go get that, but what is this friendship for people for inconvenience?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Open Up podcast featuring your girl, Amanda Dara. I'm happy to be here. This is officially our 5th episode. Consistency. Super excited about that. Trying to be better with each episode. So yeah, thank you for watching the first 4 if you did. And if you're new, welcome. This is the Open Up podcast where we talk about real life topics. We try not to talk about relationship too much, but other real life topics that affect us as human beings, young people in Nigeria. We try to share the truth, the reality of things, no sugarcoating, no butchering it up, and we open up, like the name. So today I'm not alone. I have somebody who is good vibes. He is a media personality. He's an actor. He's an influencer. He's a fine boy.
That part.
Amongst many other things. I don't know if he's single, but you can ask him. He can let you know.
That topic.
So I'll talk about no other than Charles Bourne.
Hi, baby.
I like to call him Charlie.
Alpha, well done.
Thank you.
Proud of you. You're doing a great job.
One thing I like about Charles is that Charles always shows up for his friends. And I really appreciate that about you. It's not easy to find good vibes, and good friends. And something I recently learned is that good friendship is not necessarily people you talk to every day. That you'll be surprised that the people that maybe once in a year you spoke, but they will come through for you. They will show up for you like they're your best friends. And you'll be like, wait, so what's going on?
Did I miss something?
Yeah, and that was my recent experience with friendship. So today we want to talk about the ups, the downs, the challenges. So that's the nice side of that. But then I've also experienced bad sides of friendship.
Right.
The envy, the silent competition, and even friendship breakups.
Oh,
yes, which can
friendship
be
breakup is
horrible.
painful.
So I think we're just going to start off with
your
experience of friendship,
right?
Because we women, we like to say that we find it easier to talk to men, right? Which is true.
Yeah.
And then we kind of always have issues talking to the same gender.
I've noticed that actually.
Yeah, so is that how it is? Because from a man's POV, is that how it is for you as well?
Yeah, so men are really not expressive naturally. So I apologize, but some men, let me not say most men, some men find it difficult. I'm not one of those people, but some men find it difficult to actually have these kind of conversations with same gender or even the opposite gender. For me, I like to have conversation, right? When I feel uncomfortable in my friendships or whatever is happening, I want to know. I mean, of course, like you said, good vibes. When the vibes change, when the energy changes, that something is up.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not that kind of person that would be playing with acting around or acting to the gallery or acting like nothing is happening. I mean, this is my friend. Energy has changed. How far? What's going on? Except I don't even see you, and it's impossible because if I call you a friend, again, I think that people do not know the difference between friends and acquaintances because people throw the word friend like it is pure water.
Term.
It's not like that. Do you understand? Somebody can be your guy, somebody can be your G, but not be your friend. And that's, for me, that's just my acquaintance, somebody who I know, right?
Yeah.
If I say that this person is my friend, then there's a level of trust, a level of knowing, a level of relationship that I can pick up my phone and have a 1 hour
You
conversation.
don't have the person's number.
Yeah, I know your name. I have your number.
You know son name too.
I know some name. At least I know. I know some things about you, and I can pick up my phone and call you and have like a good conversation about life or whatever it is. So I for me, my experience with friendship has been good and horrible. And when I say horrible, I mean bottom of the barrel horrible.
Wow.
My kind of person, and I always tell my mom this thing. I say, I took after you in disguise. I'm an open book. I'm too open. Like with me, what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something, Amanda. Sometimes I try not to be open.
I know
because
what you mean.
Because I've been hurt too much. I'm just like, you know what? Let me guard.
I know it.
But it's not me. And I know Sabi pretend. Do you understand? So I'm just like, you know what? I bet this is just how I am. I'm going to do what I want to do, right? So I'm an open book. I love easily. When I like a person, I like the person. Genuinely. If I don't like you too, which is the downside of it, you will know. That Charles doesn't forgive my French. Doesn't, fuck with me, right?
Yeah.
And because I don't know how to, my friend will always say, Charles, even when you don't want to say something, your face just gives it off.
I know.
And I don't know how to hide it, right? So I've had my fair share of both, good, amazing friendships, horrible friendships, good friendships gone sour. And I mean, horribly sour that people, let me give you a real life story.
Okay.
I was at, my friend's movie premiere, J-Boy, you were there as well.
Yeah.
And one of our, big mothers in the industry, she called me. And I think you get her. She called me and she said, we're not just staying randomly. And she made mention of, assessing somebody. Oh, wow, what's up with? And I'm just like, what's up with this person, right? And I was like, I don't know. And she's like, what?
And
I'm like, I honestly don't know. And this is me trying, I don't want to give you a diplomatic answer, but this is just me being honest. So she was trying to probe what's going on. And I said, we are not just friends anymore. I tried to have conversations to see if I could fix, but it wasn't just working. And then, that's what I told her. But the real gist is there were so many things that were said to me.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that's when this person said these things to me, I was just like,
is it me?
Me that, for fuck's sake, we lived together at some point.
Yeah.
Everybody who knew me knew that this one's do you get what I mean? And then you open your mouth and you say things to me like, oh, we're not more on the same level. Yeah. Those were a few of the words.
Wow. That's cuts deep.
Oh. And it's different when they're saying it behind you and then they say it in front of you.
So what was said behind?
Oh, this was said in front of me. To my face, yes. So I had been hearing whispers from different people, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. I'm going to have this hard conversation, and I'm having it, and then this person says to me, but it's the truth. We're not on the same level. We're not. I'm just like, and in hindsight now, right? I can understand because life happens, right? So 12 of us, we might have been like this, but life happened and took you there, and I'm still here, or even brought me lower, or whatever. But I feel like beyond societal standards, beyond money, beyond all of these things, the foundation of love is what should hold friendship. Yes. Do you understand? Because I was having an argument with somebody. The person said, yes, now life happens. I mean, if I'm now making billions, and this person is still on the same level that we've been for whatever, what are we going to be having conversations about? How are we going to relate? And I'm like, that means the friendship in itself was faulty from the start. Because how are you telling me that you can't have conversations with this person who you used to be friends with only because you're now making much other than the person? So what happens if that's a problem? What happens to you? Maybe trying to help them to come to your level if that is a thing for you. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make any sense. For me, love is what should be the bedrock of a good relationship or friendship.
This thing you just said, I actually feel sad.
You're sad.
I feel sad because I think I know who you're talking about, like 95%.
Listen.
And, I've also had a similar experience. And what just kept occurring to me, because I was telling someone, because in my own experience, other people were trying to, bring us back together. Oh, you guys were so cool, just like what you're saying. And I said, honestly, I don't want to be friends with someone where I feel like I'm walking on eggshells.
Listen.
Because, at 1 minute, you can just ghost on me or something might happen and I'm trying to wonder and I'm, having all these thoughts in my head. And just like you, I feel like I've had people that, if you like, let life take me to being the first lady of the United States of America. You're my friend. You're there.
Yeah.
So I just wonder, like, so why is it that for some other people they don't feel that way? Do you think that, like, looking at it in hindsight, do you think that it boils down to knowing a person's true personality?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes, Amanda. And that's what I realized with my own situation. I realized that I was the one loving. The person wasn't loving me.
Oh, wow.
So you can be in a relationship with yourself. You can be in, you can be in friendship with just yourself. And you think that this person is my friend, but the person is actually not your friend. You are there to serve a purpose at that time in their lives.
And once it's done, you can...
Once it's done,
go.
It's done. They've touched you.
Okay.
These are social climbers, literally. So I need Amanda for this period in my life because I will get X, Y, Z, Z, Z. I've gotten her. I've done what I want to do. She has no relevance in my life right now. So what the heck? I'm moving on to the next person. It's a painful realization for you as the Amanda. What is the reality? So you suck it up and you move on. That's just what it is. Because you can't hold on to that because there's nothing to hold on to. It's painful, obviously, because you were loving this person, caring for the person, showing the person all the affection in the world. You were the fool at the time.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We learn from experience.
Okay, so let's look at it from the other side of the coin.
Yeah.
But this is a person, because this happens to you in terms of maybe the person's a different level, whatever it is, maybe career or what's not.
Yeah.
But like from a female POV, it also happens with, now she's married.
Oh my God.
And I thank God for people like Melumi that didn't change when they got married, because it makes me feel like, okay, there is hope for that.
Oh yeah.
But that whole situation where like a person gets married, I don't even know if it happens with guys, and literally it's like you just dropped out from the face of the earth. I know one of my friends, we used to be so close that before he started dating, or maybe I didn't know about his relationship on time, I went for his birthday and then I kind of hugged him from the back and jumped on him. I was like punching him, that kind of thing. This is like many years ago. And his baby gave me one nasty eye.
Women.
And then I remember that when he was getting married, my invites mysteriously disappeared. I just didn't get it.
You find past the girl, that one.
I did not sit down. So, sometimes it just makes me feel, because it made me feel kind of uncomfortable. This someone has come to my house 6 a.m., who comes to my house 12 midnight, And I remember my mom was like, are you looking for trouble for yourself? What are you trying to tell his partner if she calls and like, where are you?
I'm in Amanda's house.
You understand? And that made me also change my perspective. So let's look at it from the perspective of you now as a person. Are there people in your life that you have also like cut off because you feel like, okay, we're not on the same level, or so that you are playing the devil's advocate? Like, is it a thing that we need to go through in life?
I don't set out to, which is one thing that irritates me when I hear it, right? Especially when it's a new year or whatever. You hear things like, oh, new me, new friends, new whatever. I don't set out to cut off people. Because I don't want to sound too, but I don't have people that I want to cut off. To be honest. Nobody who is actively, you can be passively in my life. But everybody who is actively in my life is there because I let you.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So why do I? Because I decided to let you in. And once I've let you in, I've let you in. So why really do I want to cut? But so that there are things that human beings can do obviously to you that really hurt you. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. I can't do this. That's a different conversation. But you just wake up and be like, you know what? Okay, now because I'm now I was born. I can't hang out with this.
Your engagement is not enough.
Jesus. No, I cut off. Let me tell you something. I'm studying our industry, this industry. I wonder. The hypocrisy is beyond me. There are people who 2 years ago, and I realized this like a few weeks ago for a funny thing. There are people who like 2-3 years ago, I was in their DM. They knew me, but obviously now there was no, there was no whatever to me at the time. And there was right now, but then they comment for Insta story. Oh, that's so funny. How you doing? So I my kind of person, those things don't.
Not among this list.
No, of course not. Those people are not. Obviously, I don't call those ones friends, so I don't see people who are in industry and who I know. But personally, I don't have people who I've cut off. Honestly speaking, and if for whatever reason it seemed like I've cut you off,
I
didn't set out to cut you off. maybe life happened and we drifted, because it happens. You just realize that with this person, you don't chat as much anymore. You don't talk as much anymore. I mean, you still talk, you're cordial, there's a good relationship there, but like, it's not as it used to be. And there are different factors, maybe location, maybe work, it could be anything, right? But there is no, I'm cutting you off, I'm not cutting you off type, situation happening there. So me, I've not ever said, I've never said, at this point I want to cut somebody off because of whatever. No, I haven't really ever done that.
Okay.
What really has happened to me is, I haven't spoken to this person in a minute. And maybe I didn't realize that I haven't spoken to them, in that long. I shout out to some of my friends. I hate phone calls. I love to text. I shout out to some of my friends who take it upon themselves to actually like call me on the phone. And even on the phone, they're like, I know you want to call this. I'm like, listen, I don't like this whole call thing. But like, I would be there because I understand and I see the efforts.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So yeah, I've never cut off anybody.
Okay.
Why would you cut off a human being? Who are you, first of all, in the grand scheme of things?
So I think when people talk about it, it's usually a thing of, like you said, it can even be very material. Nah, have a car, you don't have a car.
Really, I've said that.
Somebody
has said that to me before when I didn't have.
I used to.
Yeah, that, you don't have a car, we can't have.
So
yeah.
I remember, and the reason why this thing is so interesting and so necessary to talk about, because sometimes I pity Gen Zs and below, because they're in a world of so much fakeness, pressure,
ridiculous.
Toxicity. And I'm remembering when I was in 200 level in Babcock, and somebody that I had a crush on, that's what made me laugh. And we finally got talking, and then he asked me for my pin, right?
No, Blackberry.
Blackberry. That was what was really named. Yeah. Gosh, I think I just exposed my age.
Oh, people.
And then I didn't have it. I think I was using like a Nokia flip or something. It's like, I don't use Blackberry. It's like, I don't talk to people who don't use Blackberry. You understand? And I remember that my big sister, I pressured her that she must buy me Blackberry. Wow. By next semester, I had like a Cup 4, Cup 5, and it was like the latest thing in town. And then I think when he asked for my pin, and I rejected him, and all of that good stuff.
Yes.
And when I look at that scenario, I'm thinking to myself, like, look at how irrelevant it is now. Some people might not even know what I'm talking about.
Some people will never know what the Blackberry is.
Like, what they will never know on the pin, and it sounds so ridiculous. So in my mind, that's the way I also see it. Because I have a car now does not mean you might not have an aeroplane tomorrow. Like, it doesn't mean anything.
And not a lot of people think like this. And it's very funny when you hear people say those kind of things, waiting that one day, even with the car every year, what are you, what is he driving, what that one driving, because life is fickle. Like you could go out tomorrow and then you don't have that anymore, and then the person who you thought didn't have becomes it. So why would that even be
a thing to consider?
Do you understand?
But what do you think people like? So like I said, that's why I said this is important, because I'm at a place where you cannot pressure me.
Yes.
Like anything else to say, I will do what I want to do.
When I want to do it.
When I want to do it. Yes. But for people who are at this impressionable age where it's more like looking like what is on the outside. This person is a good time, this person is fun, dresses well. Like, what do you think are some of the things to look out for in friendship? Or before letting somebody cross that acquaintance line?
Intentionality.
Intentionality.
Yes. Is this person intentional with you? And again, everybody has their own definition of love and interpretation of love. So I really can't say, what my own interpretation is and as a yardstick. But whatever your definition of love is, because if I love a person, I want to know their love language. I'm that intentional. That's why I say intentionality. So what does Amanda like? What food does she like? I mean, today I was walking in, and it's just the little things. You literally said to me, Charles, I remember that you say you don't like rice. So I made this. That shows that this person is thinking of you. Do you understand? So like, it's the little things. Amanda likes this, she doesn't like that. She likes this, her shoe. It can be her shoe size, it can be whatever, right? That's how you know who really loves you, who listens to you. There's someone who is trying to be a friend. I know my friend right now, and something funny happened. So we're just thinking, guy. It was just thing, right? Normal just talking to my guy's girlfriend, and I was advising her, blah blah blah, and then I said, I just, as we're talking, I said, this shoe, God, I beg. How do I want to buy this shoe now? And it was like, I was like, big feet, bro. I want to see shoe like this. You just want to buy it because of feet and everything. He was like, "Oh, okay, which I said I've been using Skechers, but I never know. But what this money costs now. I'll think about it later." I was just talking in passing, and then that happened. And then I think a week later or something, Skechers called me and said, "Oh, we have a delivery. Delivery from what, how, where, when, right?" And of course, it was a shoe. And I thought that was so. It's small, but that was so. And this is something I was saying it in passing. Do you understand? That shows you that, oh, this person is intentional with you. This person loves you. This person wants to be friends with you. It's just those things. So if you matter to a human being, what matters to you matters to them. That's simple. It's that simple. It's really easy.
So do you think that, and even me, I'm learning, because me now, I want to make new friends now, I'm looking at it. Do you also think that values are important? So what I mean is, in as much as, friendship can be a very safe space where, you see some people like, one is introvert, one is extrovert, and they are somehow blending. Well, as an adult, do you think it's easier to find people who are kind of like on your wavelength? Like, would you say as a media person, it's easier to find a friend who is in media, so that if you want to go for the events, the person is there, or it doesn't matter?
Me personally, I don't even like all those media friends. It doesn't. I don't think it matters.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't need to find anybody on my wavelength to be fair. I just, because life in itself is about sacrifices. And I don't need to be 100% comfortable with everything that you are. Even in normal relationship, going that I want to lead to marriage, you have to find a compromise. What really would test our friendship is those things. Do you understand? Amanda, she's a smoker. Charles doesn't smoke to save his life.
Those kind of things.
Those kind of values.
It doesn't matter.
It matters because it's important. This is what I don't do.
Then what happens when the person who smokes is trying to make the person who doesn't smoke to smoke?
And that's when your values to speak for itself. So I thought your value is shaking. I don't smoke. I'm sorry. You smoke. That's okay. I don't judge you. I don't hate you. I hate what you're doing. And I cannot change a human being. I'm sorry. I'm not asked to come and change anybody, right? But I love you regardless. There's a lot to you than the smoking.
Yes.
Right? So that I don't know that that's a deal breaker. I'm not saying that is everybody's standard. That could be a deal breaker for you, good for you. But there's a lot of other than the smoking. And I don't even know the reason why you picked up smoking in the first place or whatever.
So this is you're saying that as an adult, you don't think there's any need to smoking seems like, but it's legal. It's not illegal, but like, let's say there's some things that they are really like, maybe like serious hard drugs. And would you think that this is a situation, because this is why I'm asking this, because in friendship, for me, I am currently struggling between the line of, let me show you clear care, and let me regard you as an adult. You understand? Because sometimes even in relationships, it's like, you're going the wrong way, but okay, that's what you want to do.
Yes.
So do you think it's where do you find that balance?
What you just said now is the balance.
Okay.
Right? So you're friends with this person. It could be, like you said, hard drugs, whatever, right? You know why you became friends with this person in the first place. I don't know at what point you knew about the hard drugs, or whether you knew before, you knew when you went, whatever, but there's hard drugs and you know about it now. I mean, what would a good friend do? You know the hazards to that, right? You would advise when you can, make them see the painful end of that. At the same time, you would accord them the respect of being an adult. But that's the balance. So, guy, this is the way they do. Say, what's up? Like, we need to, if that 4 days, if they do, we could try reduce that to 2 days. I beg. Or what? Whenever you're around me, I don't want you to take drugs around me. So the person loves you enough. They know that, okay, when I'm around Charles more, I can't do that.
And if this becomes like something that makes the person uncomfortable or walk away, it's fine.
It's fine. So you don't hate them. It's just that they have they have what you also have what you like. You respect my boundaries, I respect yours. You advise me, I advise you. That's what this thing is about, right? And then I communicate my feelings, you communicate your own feelings. So when you're around me, please don't do this. I'm not comfortable with it. If you respect me and love me enough, you wouldn't do that as well. And that's me also helping you, because in that window, we are sure that you are clean.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it's just human interpretation. A lot of the times, people, and it's crazy because I feel like Gen Zs even understand it more than millennials. with their and embrace it with their conversation. Because I have my siblings are Gen Z. I have Gen Z friends, and you see that they are really more direct with their conversations. They're really more grown up. What you would expect to see from people who are in their 30s.
Yeah.
They're really more grown up with their
They're
conversations.
self-aware.
Very self-aware.
I've noticed it.
And they know their boundaries and they set it. And and it's out there. Listen. So, and I mean, some of them might be rude about it. I know that, but like, you get the point of it. So, that's it, to be honest.
I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that voicing out about, because it's better to voice it out than also to be like, this one that is doing this thing, then you're not gossiping about the person behind their back. You know, you are a friend in front, but you're like an enemy at the back.
Yeah, that's witchcraft.
That's witchcraft. Frenemy.
That?
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, have those conversations. That's it.
Be direct. Because you already have a friend that you can't talk to.
Exactly.
That makes so much sense.
I always say, I tell my friend, I say, one of my friends in Abuja, I say, what is this friendship for if not for inconvenience? Right? So yeah, if it's not convenient, my point is, if it's not convenient, I will still have that conversation with you.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I feel like that's the biggest test of friendship. That I'm thinking, oh my God.
I completely agree with you. And that also makes me want to talk about this ghosting of a thing. Because some people now, they have these inconveniences, or they have these things that you have done to them, or maybe things you have said to them. They didn't like your approach or whatever it is, and they're not saying anything. And they're smiling at you, they're sucking it up, they're piling up the offenses, and then one day, boom, blocked, deleted, this one, that one.
You see this thing that made them angry. There's something else that made them angry.
You're now going back in time, like, what could have happened? And, you know, I feel like, as you said, if you can't communicate, my first test now, if you're intentional, who you are as a person, who are you, first of all? Yeah. Then the next step, can you communicate?
Talk to me, I'm not Jesus, so if I anger you, say it. If I do something that you don't like, say it. And me personally, I would always say my own.
Okay.
I would always say, one of my friends, David, shout out to you, we had a disagreement one time, and then he said, you're quick to express yourself. That's me. You're very quick to express. I'm not that person. You have to, and again, it boils down to, you have to also understand your friends, right?
Yeah.
Which is being intentional, right? So I'm not. So you have to give me. I need to pace myself, and then.
No,
but my own is at the end of the pacing. Tell me, because I don't know. I will still laugh with you tomorrow, and you be carrying your face, and I don't like. I'll ask you, why are you angry? And you'll not be angry again. I'm asking you why you're angry. You didn't tell me anything. You get? So, yeah.
That's right. Intentionality, communication. Yes. Okay, so that forms the basis of friendship.
Yes,
I think it also we've touched about the friendship breakup and how it hurts.
Oh, God.
It really hurts.
That thing hurts.
And that's the reason why if you have those first two, it helps for longer friendships. And I remember that I saw somewhere, just before we move on to the next thing I want to talk about, that it's actually a song we used to sing in primary school. It was like, make new friends, but keep the old.
Okay, I didn't go to the Bush school. I don't know what she's saying again.
Actually, that was Yaniura. Okay. It was our music teacher that taught us.
Right.
And he used to say that some of our best friendships were going to happen in primary school. And I actually have one of my best friends who I've known since like primary 2. Wow. And I can tell her anything. Wow. You know, I don't feel like, I need to cover up some parts. I need to, So do you think that when you meet people at maybe not primary school, but like those vulnerable stages where you are not just born, you are not this person, you are not your car, you are not your house, it makes it easier, right?
Yes. Because so this friend of yours that you met at primary school and primary 2, who were you? The basis was so pure and genuine. Yeah. And then you guys just went like that. Do you get me? So that's why...
she called me on today's her birthday, and she called me. I was like, this is a very bad habit. Why are you calling me on your birthday? I'm going to cut the call and call back. And do you know that this is not an issue? This is not how can I be calling you on your birthday?
Exactly. So those, I agree, those friendships that are formed at your most vulnerable times when you're just a human being actually are one. Now I think about it, yes, are those friendships that really last and stay true to itself, because again, that there is, when they ask you, how did you meet this person? Well, I was even crying. I was looking like a tata. Like, you know that you were in your purest form.
Yeah.
You were not wearing your ghetto, all glammed up, flaunting your legs as khaki and then no. Because and the truth is we know, like subconsciously, even when we try to act like, oh my God, hi, my friend, we know that this friendship, we know that nothing is here. We actually do know that the reason why this person is here is because he saw me driving a white Benz. We know this thing. That's the truth. But sometimes we try to, act like that we don't know, but we know. And I'm not saying that those friendships that maybe sprouted from driving a white Benz can become actual true friendships.
Yeah.
They can, with a lot of work, a lot of it. But like, I'll just rather a pure friendship that came from a place of just purity, to be honest.
I don't like forced friendships.
Oh my God.
Stand it.
I can be a groupie, don't get me wrong. and that's me being honest. I know I'm good with what's the word? Compartmentalization. That is it. I know my place. I know that with this person, don't worry, it's just the industry. With this person, they just
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
And that's just important, so don't get me wrong. They're very key.
You need it. As an adult.
But like, don't be the Lulu and not be like, oh, this person is my best.
My bestie. Let me come and tell you all my problem.
There are people who I know that the only reason why they call me and talk to me is because of content. Yeah. Whenever I have a content idea, I am the first person they call. Or either to help them shoot, I know. And I'm okay with it because somehow when you think about it, it is a beneficial relationship. Mutually beneficial. So okay, that's fine. I don't deceive myself that the person is my best friend. No. Even when they ask me, somebody even asked me for somebody's number recently. I'm like, oh, Peter, I need your friend's number. I'm like, calm down. This person's not my friend, but okay, I can. That's the point. No. We are cool. Because again, like I said, I've been hurt.
You sound like you're beyond.
I've been hurt. Do you understand? So I don't want to talk about it tomorrow now. You will not hear outside that. This part besties. The person said, no, we are me and Charles. I know just work.
Yeah.
I like to tell myself the truth. It's because sometimes we begin to believe our lies. And you don't want that.
God, I bet.
You don't want that. You don't.
So the last part of friendship I want to talk about is, I don't know how it works for men.
Right.
But for women, there seems to be, especially with the newer friendships, that's silent envy that kind of creeps in at some point, which could be like, for instance, I remember talking to someone and she was like, oh, somebody that was super close to her, so she got like 3 gifts on Valentine's Day and she didn't, and he's like, and then I don't know, I actually have to say this at this point, that African mothers, people should be coming down with this comparison.
Listen,
this whole thing, I think that's the thing, not even envy, that comparison that happens in friendships that,
begins to work with
can be from your external, your friends, your parents, your church member, that, oh, did you see what that person is doing now? Person has blown, no. This person has bought a cow. Person has given birth to. Does it affect male friendships as well? Because I know it really does with females.
It does. So I think it's a human thing. And, someone was telling me about how I said something somewhere and I said, guys, envy, jealousy is a real emotion.
Of course.
Let's not act like it's a bad. It's not. It's bad when you act on it. It's like happiness, sadness. It's an emotion. You will experience jealousy and envy. When it becomes a problem, when you brood in it and you act on it, then it's now evil. Do you understand? So when you catch yourself being jealous, it's okay. It's what you do with it. Does that motivate you to be better? Work harder. Do you understand? So let's get that out the way. It's a real feeling, right? That's one. Now, two, does it happen to in male relationships? Yes, it does. Now, the difference is that men are not really so expressive. So half the time, you might not even know that this person is beefing you or envious of you or jealous of you. He's not looking at you, not really. But when the boys gather, at the bar, drinking, it comes out. Yeah, it does. In subtle statements, especially when
jokes.
In jokes, especially when alcohol comes in, tells you, yeah, you be what's this up for here like this? It comes out. It doesn't. Ladies, unprovoked, they can just go off on you and just But with guys, it takes a while for you to not say, okay, this guy, there is something that here that. So yes, to answer your question, it happens It's a thing. Just that we don't. It's not the first thing you see when you walk into the room, right?
Because guys, I'm always so envious of guys and guys.
I don't be the same.
Because everybody like, Baba, chief, bro, this one.
Oh, half of them saying that I don't give.
I'm like.
Half of them saying that I don't love you. They don't. If you hear this, men gossip on women, oh.
Eh?
Oh wow, you don't know that?
Are you sure?
Men, if you sit down where we are just
about football.
What football? Women, men, football, every fucking shit, girl. Like, hey, men talk, right? Just that, you know, the way society makes it look like, oh, yeah, it happens. It
okay.
happens. I've been on a, you know, it's just the way you see. But I don't know if you heard stories or anything, but this guy poisoned his friend at the bar. What do you think happened? What do you think? There's things like this.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, again, self-control is important. Knowing you is important. You know, don't ask me your jealousy and your MP is also important. But see, it happens to everybody. Sometimes you just feel like you're shit.
So there's one thing that's coming to my mind,
yes.
And I've seen it happen. Even because for me, I find it easier to chat with guys, and that's just because, like you said, there's something I feel. I don't know, maybe not all guys, that most guys are more direct, more open about how they feel. So if they think they like your dress, they like you. They don't like your dress, they don't like it. Is my hair fine? It's a bit scattered. You know the truth. And I really appreciate that, because with female friendships, I have done it before. I remember someone I knew that was getting married, and her hairstylist didn't show up on time, and we all needed to go, and the makeup artist attended to do the hair. The hair was a mess. And then she looked back at all of us like, how do I look? What a beautiful girl.
So why do girls do that?
What are we supposed to do?
I feel like my friend will tell me, boy, like, you look like shit. Like, can we fix this?
So we'll not talk for the rest of our lives.
Even without saying it, the kind of person, I would make an effort to fix it without saying it, so you get the message. Oh, it happened on my first wedding too. I was like, the makeup was that. I was like, hey, God, I beg you. I picked up my phone and I called, you know, Roland. I shout out to Roland. I say, please, can you come to this place?
Real quick.
I will pay.
Wow.
And Roland showed up.
Wow.
Everybody was there. They were done. She was busy doing video. Roland showed up. Because my friend knows Roland. So she was like, what's going on? So I texted her on WhatsApp. I said, I'm fixing that makeup. And she sat down and he did the work. And everybody, and she got the message. Because I mean, that again.
See what I'm saying?
Yes. So it boils down to knowing who you're dealing with. So I know that this person that is my friend, she doesn't take criticism easy. It can mess up her day, worse off her big day. So let's not do that. Let's, as a friend, how can I fix this? Because I'm not about to allow my friend walk out of here looking like a mess. So what can I do? I don't do makeup.
And that's the reason why I appreciate that.
Just be intentional. That's it.
Because of that, from like, this is a little bit knowing Amanda type thing.
Right.
Because of that, in like secondary school, I mean, I'll be walking home from school with like 6 boys around me. Mom was like,
what's going on? You know, man.
Yeah, man. Because I just really enjoyed it. And for whatever reason, interestingly enough, I went to an all girls, but I just didn't get a lot of friends out of it. And maybe I talked to 2 people from the whole school. But like with the guys, it was just very pure, very...
Let me tell you something. I think there's something pure and easy with the opposite sex. So when I hear things like what you're saying, when girls say, oh, I find, you know, talking to guys easy, I just find it... It's just the way I also find talking to women easy than talking to men. Yeah.
So it goes both ways.
It's just something different, something pure. Because I feel like you already know what to expect with your gender. So you're not about that. For some people, not everybody. I beg, waiting this one time random. I beg, let me look from that perspective and just know how. Do you get me?
Yeah.
For me, when I want to talk business, I love to talk to women. Because the passion with which they, in fact, not just talking to them, with my guys, obviously. Baba, it go make sense. More run and, you know, do. And that's the end. But see women. How far Charles, now that thing that we talk about, that is it. Do you get? So I have different tools for different folks, to be honest.
So what I now realize is that because, I mean, at some point, half of the people I was talking to as male friends, they tried to ask me out. So there was that. But when we crossed that line of, okay, no, now this friendship there, I realized something. And I mean, it's kind of normal. But like in a situation where, for instance, I wanted to open up, let's say I wanted to open up a branch and I needed like I don't know, 2M to finish up what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I have a friend I know who can help, whether it's be it borrow, whatever it is, give a part of it. And then you ask that person, but the guy is just your friend. Or the baby is just your friend. And he's like, don't worry. No, let me use guy, because actually I feel like it's a guy thing. And there's once one or two story. Myself, everything did tough, da. And then I'm speaking to this same person like 2 weeks later, and he's like, I see this baby. She fight. This or that one. I just tell her, say, text your account number. I just want I don't understand.
I see finish.
So me.
In where I gave serious projects, no good reason.
So that's then realizing that.
What did you tell him at that moment though? How you
I told him later.
Okay, cool.
But it was a very big deal for me because I started observing it that with my guy friend it was strictly platonic, there was like this restriction from supporting or whatever, especially.
They're not your friends, Amanda.
Eh?
No, they're not. Because I feel, why would your real friend know what
I
about
also now notice that some guy-to-guy things, I found out that not just about this person in particular, that it seems like guys were easier, how do I put it, found it easier to help women than to help them.
Yes, well, that's it.
So you can see like this very rich or wealthy guy, and then his best friend can see
living in
keke, bike, and all of that.
Now that brings us back to what we're talking about, the envy and jealousy thing. Remember? With women, they wear it. You will know, this one, no more, I beg. But with men, my guy, what's up? But you know what I help you.
So what's that about?
It's witchcraft, it's evil, it's jealousy.
Okay, so now we're just going to say that that's not friendship.
That's not friendship. What is that? How can that be friendship?
I just wanted to be clear because I've seen it happen a lot.
For me, when I know, if my kind of person, I love when my tribe is winning. Do you understand? Like if we're in a clique, we're not supposed to roll out in our Benzes and not be, like that's the joy of friendship and everybody's winning, everybody's doing great stuff. Why would I call you my guy, my friend, my blood? That's the one they always, Jesus, my blood. And then I'm here, and then you'll be, what sort of, like, that's not friendship.
I'm happy you cleared that because I've been really wanting to understand the logic behind it, where it's like, oh, it's easier to favor a woman. I was thinking maybe it is because in my mind, it was like, oh, maybe there's ROI on this one because she dates me, we go to bed together, all of that,
I mean, there is that, but it's just, men easily would help a woman than, even me that's not here, than, I would help a guy, but like with women, there's just this compassion, there's just this, is that going to regret people, Sha? I feel like it's a natural thing. I don't know, I can't explain it, but I would just gravitate towards, if a guy is here and a woman is here and told them the same thing, I will attend to the woman first. Because I will feel more compassion in different ways than, a guy, you go ruffle, I'm not worried, you go rugged down, but this girl, she don't get, person now go see her now, go the one knock him, they go on before that's the compassion.
I've heard someone who is very successful wind down to a beggar, a guy, and tell him that it's because you are not working hard,
Wow.
And that same person can be very generous to women. And when we were having a conversation, he said, God gave me 2 hands, 2 legs, a brain.
Guys, compassion, be kind.
To go and buy pure water, you hawk him from there. Like, how's that? Now, wow. So
some people are better with tough love, Sha. So there is, environmental factors, family evidence, like that.
I'm very happy that this is coming from you because I used to be like, what's all this, segregation type thing? And it's not just man to man, even woman to woman. Even woman to woman, it's also a thing where,
women help men more than women.
Yeah. Like to put the woman in that position is you're not recommending her. You're not. Oh yeah. You're not saying I have a friend who can
do. And that one kills me. Like what? Why would I be with my friend? You can't mention my names in rooms that matter. Like it should be the first name that comes to.
Yeah.
Which was you're taking me back memory lane. Jesus Christ. One of the things that also messed up that friendship that I spoke about. So this person calls me. Then we're still talking. How far? What was just thing? And she says, that she's stressed, that she went to pitch, that she was trying to organize, an end of the year party for like a tech company. And I said, how far? And so me being me and the way I would reason, I just said, now, how far? I go send you my rate card now. She said, rate card for what? I said, I didn't see.
No.
She said, "Oh, do you know that I forgot?" Wow.
How?
Yeah, that's what she said to me. This was before like the married of issues.
Yeah.
I said, "What?" And this is so,
what do you not think?
I was shocked. And I mean, for this person, when it comes to what they do, I know how many times without even thinking, this is what this person does, and I'm in a position where I can mention your name, will scream it. But then you are in charge, 10 companies. She wasn't complaining about how much they give her and everything. And I'm like, you forgot? She said, okay, I said, now that you've remembered, but it never reached. Can't you? She's already in conversations, so they've already paid. I said, okay, so there and then I knew that there's something wrong, but I didn't want to think so hard about it, but I knew that was the genesis. So like, I don't understand it. I don't. It simply means you don't love me. You don't think about, because how? I know that Amanda is an MC, for peace sake, and I'm in a position to plan a wedding or an event, and I'm like, okay, so we need a red carpet.
Even if it's one of the options.
Listen, your name will be there. I will tell you in case so I don't add your name. Now you, now this person they mention when I mention your name. It's as simple as that. Like, come on.
Oh wow, I think you're broke it down quite simple and quite easy, because this is a topic that is something that people are navigating every day. I'm missing new people. I've had friendship hurt. It's also because the reason you need to talk about it is because some people are at a stage where I don't want to do friends, and then I used to. Now, even going back in time, I remember telling my folks one day, like, "She people no get friend," because
I tell my mom that every day.
Yeah, because I'm not. It's only when it's a birthday I'll not be hearing these uncles, so, these aunties, so. But it wasn't a thing that I used to expect that every Wednesday or Thursday you just pop in and sit down and gist. But I noticed that as the years were going, the numbers of people are reducing,
which is okay.
Which is
okay. I mean, you can prune. Life can happen, like I said. You can drift and all of that. It happens. But I feel like everybody needs somebody. Nobody's an island.
And it's how to choose those people. That intentionality, that connection, that compassion.
Because that's why you will ask somebody that say, "Oh, I don't have anybody around me. Or I don't have friends." So sometimes I don't even know why I'm going through this every time it's in the hands of friendships, because obviously the foundation is wrong. Or when you now realize that, this friendship wasn't built on anything, when it hits you, that you just want to, stay, and then you now go the extreme route of saying, I don't want anybody.
I'm cutting everybody with scissors. New year, new friendship, new blocking. Do you believe in blocking, by the way?
I don't believe in that.
It's so weird.
I don't block people. I don't. Even when you hurt me, I won't block you. My mentality is, I'd rather you stay there and watch me grow. And then you eat your words, but to yourself. Yes, I'm not gonna block you. You will see me. My kind of person. I will even like your post.
Watch me grow.
You will see me. You would regret everything that you said to me.
So, my last final question: do you think that friendship is deep?
Yes, it is. It is very, very. I feel like that is when it comes to relationships, that's the deepest, the biggest, I mean, even these days, people say marry your friend. That's how deep it is.
True.
It is. It's deep.
It's deep. I agree. I just wanted to know your opinion. So I think that's where we're going to call it a wrap. I have a couple of cards.
Okay.
Lighter notes. I'm just going to ask you. I hope you don't pick Joker.
Oh, Lord. I don't want to pick Joker. I just pick a random card.
Yeah.
Holy Spirit, guide my hand.
So this is the card you picked.
Yes, I did.
9.
9 of spades.
9 of spades.
Yes.
So can we know 9 fun facts about you?
Hey, number 1.
The 9.
Also, number 1, my best color is black.
Ooh.
Number 2, I love food though a lot. So that's why I try to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, what else do I like? I like to party. I have a good time.
Okay.
Number 4, my best food is beans and pap. People don't realize that. I don't talk with beans and pap. If now what, just give me a wagon here. And I'm gone. I love dodo. Number 5, number 6. My mother is my world. Like I don't joke with that woman. I don't care. What's that? Number 7. I am an introvert.
Oh, an ambivert.
I'm not an ambivert.
Hey?
I'm actually an introvert, but people don't believe me when I say this. It's the work that do make it look as if we are. I like to be at home on my own. That tries my life. Number 3, I'm a lover. I'm a lover boy. I love to love. Yes, number 8. I beg your pardon. I'm a lover boy. I love to love. Number 9, one of my biggest love languages that I like to express and receive is I love gifts. Like I love to give gifts. I love to receive gifts. I just feel like the way I can show you that I really care about you is just to buy you something. That's number 9.
Okay. Thank you, Charles, for coming.
Thank you.
on your podcast.
Fun.
Can't wait for this to air. I actually had fun.
Yes, and it was quite exciting.
It was quite, yes. That's the point. Because I'm so tired of hearing boyfriend, girlfriend things.
Listen.
Like, are we not having any other problem?
Listen.
So that's the reason why we're doing this.
Yes.
Not because I have money to buy mic. But,
Yeah.
so thanks for watching.
Yes.
You know what to do. I'm sure you have watched a lot of podcasts. You already know. Like, subscribe, comment, share to a friend. Let's send this to somebody who actually needs to hear it. And listen with the objective that these are just our opinions. So at the end of the day, do you make your decisions, take authority of your own life, and be careful with who you pick as a friend, because who you pick as your friends could actually make or mar you. It's a very deep decision.
And just before we go, I always like to say this. What is the why?
What is the why?
Once you can answer that, you're good. Why am I in this friendship? Why do I want to be friends with this person? Why am I even doing anything in life? Once you can answer the why, you're good.
No, I love it.
Right.
All right, thanks for watching. Till next episode. It's your girl Amanda Dara, and this is the Open Up Podcast. Mwah.
Open up!